Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Predicted 23 as the injury update from Collingwood is now out. I do apologise. I know we normally do this live. I've been a little bit under the weather, so I figured I'd just get this done and rest up for the big week against Geelong. Not that I'm playing, so anyways, you get the point. So starting with the update, we know Darcy Moore has overcome some inner ear and vertigo symptoms over the last few days and now will be returning to full training. So he is available for selection, so that is good to see. He's been in some fine form, so I'd like to see Darcy Moore trend in that direction. Lockie Schultz is a test. So following his hamstring injury, Schultz will focus on high-speed running this week and will be a test for Saturday's game against Geelong. In my world, I would say play it safe and give someone else an opportunity and allow Lockie Schultz to get to full conditioning and full fitness before we risk him. And then on some other news, obviously we know Dan McStay is recovering from an MCL, so there will be a change required there, as well as Joel Cochran sustaining a concussion in the VFL. Ash Johnson seems to be 4 to 5 weeks away from returning to VFL, so that's positive. Finlay McRae had successful shoulder surgery last week and is in recovery mode. We know Dan McStay already. Tom Mitchell could be looking to play some VFL minutes in the next fortnight, so that will be a nice story developing, and maybe we'll see him at AFL level at some point this year. Harvey Harrison and Reef McInnes in the same sentence are both progressing well with their individual rehab programs. So it's a TBC with Harvey Harrison, so we're not too sure, and Finlay McRae is listed at 11 to 13 weeks away. So for those who are familiar with this segment, we're going to do a predicted 23. So let's go get rid of this one. Go here. Bang. And then I know you can't see my face, but now you can. And there it is. And here we go. So let's get it rolling. So firstly, let's start with the back line as we always do. I think Pez will probably remain in the back line, but seeing as Darcy Moore's back, maybe we see Pez rotate through the middle a little bit more. Jeremy Howe's been in absolute stellar form, and I'm loving every little thing that he is doing for the club. And I would have liked to think he'd be close to getting coaches' votes for that game against Anzac Day. I'm not sure if they've come out already, but I'll dub him worthy of some coaches' votes from that game. Darcy Moore straight back in. Where are you, Billy? Billy Frampton, here we go. He's been in some good form, was more than serviceable against the Bombers, so he's been positive. Houston had a quiet game, and that just talks to the strength of our team, how deep we run. Every player on this field just has some form of X factor that can change a game. I haven't seen a stronger fielded side in a very long time. And then Bruz. And then I suppose we'll put Quaynor on the bench. Quaynor on the bench, and you can go through the rotation. On the wing, we have our guy, Patrick Lipinski, more so the offensive winger, and then Crisp, this has pretty much been a mainstay for our wingers this year, with Lipinski and Crisp just operating on the open sides. De Goey saw some centre bounces, not a great deal, so maybe we just chuck him here for now. He's still working into full fitness, and I think we're all more than comfortable with where he's at the moment and how he's progressing. Nick the GOAT, the standing skipper, probably won't do that again, seeing as Darcy Moore is back. Who else do we have? We have Jacos. We'll put Jacos on the bench. My apologies. How could I miss our guy Josh Dacos? I mean, he probably starts, so just for accuracy purposes, maybe we do this. I think that's fair. We'll do this, I reckon. Go black. Got to get the color codes right. I'm pretty happy with the looks of that, to be fair. Some of you are probably saying put Frampton here, so I'll do that anyways. Go bang, bang, bang. Who should our ruckman be? Only the best one in the league right now, to be fair, no? Darcy Cameron. Another 5 intercept marks on the weekend. Was it a weekend? It was a Friday. A long weekend, we'll call it. Sidey, bang. Definitely in discussions for Brownlow. We know the umpires know. We know the umpires know who Sidey is with that shiny, glistening head of his. We love it. And then Pendles doesn't usually start. He usually comes off the bench, so we'll put him there. And then who's this guy? Who goes here? I guess how could sorry. Nick Dacos doesn't start in here without his not Ed Allen. Without his bodyguard, Ned Long, right? And this is where it starts to get a little bit tricky because we know McStay's out. So just so we're very aware of what we're doing there, McStay, we'll chuck you over here, mate. You're unavailable. And then I know some of you are going to be talking about this guy, so we'll put him around here for discussion. This guy will be a part of the conversation as well, Mason Cox, of course. So that's fair enough. We'll keep him there. You'd think Membry gets the nod. He hasn't done anything wrong. McCreary had a quieter game, but he's been outstanding this year thus far. Schultz, seeing as you're a test mate, we put you there for now. Hoskin Elliott. Okay. I'm not sold on that just yet. Hold on. Billy Elliott. Put you there. Where are you, Checkers? My man. Checkers. I think I got this. I've got this all messed up, I think. Hold on. Bobby Hill's not going to be there, is he? So maybe we do this. I reckon we'll do this. To Goey to start. Geelong. Thinking about their backline. Tom Stewart's a bit out of form. He's not the same guy he was over the last couple of years, but we know quickly that can change. Will Quaynor play on Jeremy Cameron again? You'd probably think probably not. Maybe Darcy Moore should get the assignment, and then Frampton can play on a Shannon Neal, and then Quaynor can get a what's his name? Tyson Stengel. I think that's fair. Who gets Patrick Dangerfield in the forward line? Maybe Braz or Howe. Howie might struggle on the lead, but he'll do all right once it's in the air. And then Brazzy, I think Brazzy's a fair matchup. Maybe we'll have a couple dips at the right matchup for Dangerfield throughout the game. Who was our sub on the weekend? Sullivan. Sullivan was our sub, wasn't he? Okay, so now we're talking these three players. I think if Schultz is a test, I'd rather not risk him. You'd almost go sub. Jeez. All right. This is what I'm thinking here. Hoskin Elliott sub. Mason Cox or Charlie West. They both had outstanding games in the VFL. I think they combined for 5 goals. West kicked 3. I was saying I was saying maybe we get Charlie West to debut against Fremantle, where we probably will look to rest more players because it's a travel to Perth. I think West gets his debut. I think now's the time. I think Schultz will just miss. And then if we're talking emergencies, right, we go Mason Cox, emergency. Who else was close the other week? I suppose we could go Sullivan here as an emergency. Westy will make you green because you're an in, right? Westy in, green. Sullivan is the out, right? He's the out. Sullivan is the out. McStay is the out. Darcy Moore is an in, so that's 2 ins. And like I said, I think we just play it safe with Lockie Schultz. I'm pretty sure. So that's McStay. We'll chuck him down here. Who's the other emergency that we're going to go for? We know Cochrane's not available. You probably just... It seems like Allen's been a perpetual emergency or sub for the year gone by so far. I think I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just trying to think. Max Holmes as well in the midfield. Nakos will probably shake his hand at the start of the game, and that's about it. Ned Long and Tom Atkins, that will be a very fascinating matchup. 2 Bulls in the midfield. I think Atkins has been really good. I'm pretty happy with that. Do they get Brian Myers back? Because boy, did they miss him against Carlton. Just one of those games you just don't want to lose after Carlton have beaten Geelong. But you can only imagine Geelong are going to bounce back in a big way. Saturday night at the G, 7:30. How could you miss it? I'm pretty happy with this selection. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and we shall go from there. Go Pies.